Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I will be alone this evening because Kate is doing that whole having a job and going to work thing that happens during the day. And she's on the West Coast, so she's not home from work yet. We're going to be showing off a lot of things tonight, and a lot of this stream is for archival purposes so that people on the Kickstarter page can watch it later. So the first thing you might notice is our fancy table, which has this really cool looking layout for where all the stuff in One Deck Dungeon goes. That is the playmat, which is available as an add-on if we reach a certain level in the Kickstarter. It is 14 by 24 inches, and this version is just printed on paper. It's not the actual neoprene playmat yet. Those samples should be arriving soon. We'll definitely show them off when they're here. But it's really cool. We had an artist named Naomi, who will be linking in the Kickstarter once this all goes live, from England, who put this together literally in the past few days. And she did an amazing job. We're very, very happy with it. And I would be very excited if this makes it to the Kickstarter so that everyone can get it. Because, you know, I think it's going to be a great addition to your One Deck Dungeon game. The way it's laid out is there's two sections for heroes. There's one on the left, one on the right. I touched those in backwards order, if you were noticing. There's spaces for 4 doors up at the top, and there's a dedicated area for your turn reference card, the draw deck, the discard pile, and a little area for your dice pool after you roll dice. So it's really neat. It's compact, and it fits everything you need for a 2-player game. And if you're sitting across from each other, you just rotate your hero card and play this way. But if you're solo and playing 2 heroes, this is all laid out nice so that everything's in the same direction. Yeah, it's cool, and we're going to be using it for all of our streams going forward because, hey, that's awesome. The other thing I want to show off is the plastic cards, because our old video got deleted for some reason. And these cards that I have here on the mat are actually not even normal cards. They are local print shop cards because they're the expansion cards. So what I have here are 2 decks. I have a normal deck. I have a plastic deck. So the plastic deck, as you can see, is thicker. But it behaves like a normal card. It bends. It has a nice card feel. One of the really cool things about the... Let me not shuffle all the dungeons in, because then I won't feel like a dummy. One of the really nice things about the plastic decks is how well they shuffle. So, you can see, leave it to me to fail to shuffle on this little thing. They shuffle really nicely, and that is cool. Let me fix the camera that I just kicked. Good job, me. They slide together nicely. They don't fall over as a stack. Like if you have the sleeve card problems, if you just nudge it, the whole stack's going to go flying. These actually can hold for a while before they fall over. The normal cards that we have are 12-point double-sided coating. They're the same cards we use in Innovation, Matainai. It's a different stock than Red 7, but the stuff we've been using for years and years, and they hold up pretty well to whatever you do to them. They're good. They hold good color. They're nice cards. We like having good components for everybody. The plastic hero cards are the same, and the normal cardstock hero cards are the same as normal cardstock, so there's no differences there. You can also see the red hearts, which are going to be in every copy. We're doing that as a free unlock this time. The green poison tokens right now are temporary. We're not sure what we're going to do with those just yet. We're waiting for a quote from the factory. But yeah, so that is the new stuff. The other thing we're going to announce in about 5 minutes is our secret special unlock reveal. But first, I wanted to show off all of the components from the new set. So you can see I've actually got this set up right here for the hunter going to the Mudlands. I'll actually put the Mudlands over here. So the Mudlands is one of the 4 new dungeons. This spot here is what's going to be in the box on the left. So I'll be putting all the current things. And the boss, the Mud Golem. So All of the components from Forest of Shadows are essentially a mirror set to the base set. There's the same number of dungeons, same number of heroes, same number of cards, same number of tokens, except we have poison ones added, and it's the same great game. You have all the dice and everything. The doors have a different back. You can see that it's got sort of a mossy pattern on it. Oh, I'll put it into the the highlight space because that's why I have it. This deck is quite thin, and if you didn't hear what I said earlier, these are not actual cards. These are just cards that I had printed at the local print shop. And used my fancy die cutter to cut them all out by hand, one by one. The result is actually a pretty good deck. Alright, so I bet people want to hear about the special surprise unlock. Does anybody in chat want to hear about the special surprise unlock? I bet you do. I'm going to go over here to this computer and push a button, and that button is going to play the video.
My name is Kaliana Asmati, and I'm here with an important fairy announcement. I have snuck into your copy of One Deck Dungeon Forest of Shadows alongside my friend, the Phoenix... Phoenix! Your world has weird spellings. Every copy of One Deck Dungeon Forest of Shadows will have me in it. Congratulations! I'm awesome!
That's the surprise. So we've been able to extend the card size sheet for Forest of Shadows so that we will be including the Phoenix in every single set. This is not the 5th dungeon and 5th hero that we're unlocking later in the campaign. This is special. This is the 6th hero and 6th dungeon. Our campaign started off so good, we decided to add in extra bonuses. So you get Kaliana, you get the Phoenix's Den, which means that it will be available in plastic or paper depending on whatever Forest of Shadows set you get. And those will be in every single set of Forest of Shadows going forward. So everybody gets them. Hooray! And Kate recorded that audio last night because, like I said, she's at work right now. So, we're going to play a game. And I've got the Hunter out here, but if other people have votes, we've got 4 choices. We've got the Hunter, the Warden, the Druid, or the Slayer. And for dungeons, we've got the Mudlands, the Vile Roots, the Smoldering Ruins, or the Realm of Venom. All of which have different nasty bosses. So, chat, you get to vote for which thing we're going to do. I'm going to be right back in 1 second. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. The sun came out and made the glare on that top row a lot more glare than we wanted. Also now the camera is shaking, so we should fix that. Okay, so we've got some druid votes coming out here. And so we're going to go with a druid. And it looks like we got Vital Roots. Alright, we're going to go... the Mudlands is actually the easiest dungeon. It is an interesting set of abilities. So let's try some Vital Roots. The Vital Roots has Sapling Swarm. So the basic ability is spend the time if you place more than 3 dice in a large challenge box. And it comes with a large challenge box. So if I need to take 4 yellow dice to fill up this 10, it's going to cost an extra time. This also applies to perils. So if I have to put 4 dice into a peril challenge box, we're going to spend the time. And then we'll get to the Corrupted Tree. The Corrupted Tree has lots of poison on it, and if you actually hit it all 3 times during a round, you get a poison for free. Hooray! Poison's not exciting. Alright, so we're going to do the Vital Roots, and then I'm going to describe how this game works, because this is doubling as a video of explanation. So, One Deck Dungeon, as before, has combats and perils. The new things, there are 3 new things in the expansion. 1, there are things with poison icons. Those are those little blue bloops on some of the challenge boxes. When you take a poison damage, you place a poison counter onto your hero. This does not count against your health in and of itself, so you can have several poison counters and be fine. There are 2 ways that poison can cause you trouble. 1, there are only 8 poison counters in the game. If you try and put a 9th on, you lose. Secondly, when you explore, you have to resist poison. And this is done either alone or as the entire party in one shot. And what happens is, you roll 1 die after exploring. If you roll over the number of poison counters on you or the entire party, you resist poison and you remove 1. If you don't, you remove a token and change it into 2 damage instead. That's pretty nasty, so you want to avoid that. Many of the cards in the expansion have a leaf next to their title. That means that if that card is out as an open door when you resist poison, you get +1 to your roll, because you've got some healing herbs out there. That's still coming out pretty glary. Okay, so that's poison. The other new mechanic that is on cards is split choice perils. So this peril, the Vortex Stone, has Stabilized Aura as a choice. And it says you need 11 magic, and if you do that, you can get the item, or grab the stone and you can get the skill. So each of these forces you in one direction loot-wise based on which option you chose. And there are several of those in the set. The last new mechanic is that a number of cards say remove a die from play or remove a token from play, and that means they go out of the game into the game box and they're removed for the rest of the entire game. And if you run out of dice, that's pretty bad, because then you can't beat anything. So that's all the new stuff. Let me adjust the light level again. The sun is being pesky and going in and out of, you know. Drop this gain a little bit. There we go. Oh man. This new setup does not like the sun. I'm used to streaming at night when this is not an issue at all. So it's going to be a little bit bright. But we will work through it. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to start. And we've got the Druid here. So the Druid has 1 strength, 2 agility, and 4 magic. And a couple of pretty cool heroic skills. The Druid's heroic feat is that she can spend 1 time or 3 time to add either 1 or 2 strength or agility dice. So essentially she can transform into a bear or a panther or something like that and do damage. And her secondary skill is her little bird Lilia, which is every encounter she can treat 1 yellow box as if it were blue. That's pretty cool. Doesn't do anything during perils because it's a combat only skill. Alright, so let's begin. So let me shuffle up this deck of cards. And we're going to play some dungeons. Let's see how far we get tonight. You did miss the unlock, but we can tell you that the unlock is that every copy of Forest of Shadows is going to include Kaliana and the Phoenix's Den, which is pretty cool. And that, by the way, that is not the 5th hero that we're unlocking during the campaign. There's still one more hero that we have not shown yet. Partially because she's still broken, but also because it'll be fun to show it off later. Oh, somewhat behind a cloud. This is going to be fun all night. Alright, so to begin the game, we are going to spend 2 time for our first turn to explore 4 doors onto these helpful door slots on the playmat. Look at that. They all go in their places. And then for the second turn, we're going to spend 2 time, and we're going to open a door. And since this door on the right is under the camera, we're going to open that one. And it is a giant spider. It has an ability called Web that says spend 1 time for each damage or poison in the party. Sorry, that is a card that I changed. And I'm going to adjust the light level again, because that card is too dark. So that is an ability that we changed actually recently to be a little bit more nasty. Because hey, you're here to have tough adventures, not easy adventures. Easy adventures aren't fun. Alright, so the giant spider has a lot of strength, but as the druid, we can use our transformation heroic feat to be able to add some extra yellow dice. So by default, we're going to be rolling 1, 4, and 2. And the one thing the druid doesn't get is a default way to get black dice. So that is something that's new for her, as opposed to other heroes. Alright, so we're going to go for this, and we're going to use the transformation skill to spend 3 time to add 2 more yellow dice. And so we'll have a little bit more of a chance here. So I'm going to pick up all these dice. I'm going to roll them in the dice pool. This fancy little area we've got here. That's a pretty good roll. And so we're going to start putting stuff on stuff. So we do still have this 10 for 1 damage thing over there. And, well, actually, so we're going to use the Lilia ability to treat this 5 as if it were blue. And we're just going to say, you know what, taking that 1 damage, not so bad. That's an okay first encounter. Because we have defeated a giant spider. And that is pretty cool. So it's got an ability called Stone Skin, which would essentially be a shield for every fight. And that's not bad, because that means essentially for 3 blue, we can counteract this 1 damage we'll be taking every fight. I think that's a good plan. So we're starting out with a spell. Alright, good first encounter, everybody. Good job, good job. Well done, everyone. Alright, we're going to spend 2 time. And we're going to open this second door, which is magically going to move over here to the spot where the camera is. This is going to be a recurring theme. It's a sandworm. So if we fight it, we're going to get a poison no matter what. And it also has a lot of yellow. That is unfortunate. But I think we're going to do the same thing. Ooh, but it's got that 6 yellow, and if we don't get by that, we're going to be in a mess of trouble. I think we're going to run away from this right now. Go over there, Sandworm. You don't get to go into the cool spot. So we're going to spend 2 time, start a new turn, and open a different door. It's a Razor Bark. So its thick skin ability doesn't really bother us that much, because it only adds time if we place black dice onto the card, and hey, we don't have any, so haha. Oh, yeah. I'm also reading the chat in the background. So, we're going to fight this Razor Bark, because it's got a nice mix of things. So, we've got 2 pink, a yellow, and 4 blue. I think we want to use transformation to get some extra dice. Probably going to want yellow again. Let's do that. So 3 more time for that. So in this way, the druid actually... Whoops, that was upside down. The druid actually operates a lot like the archer from the original set. She's spending time to get advantages in fights. But she's got a slightly different curve of difficulty. Not difficulty, of time. Because she's getting specific colored dice. But you do get to pick them based on what the encounter is. It's also a lot more useful in perils because you know exactly what you're rolling for. Alright, I'm going to roll these dice. And we're going to get some numbers. And those numbers are going to destroy this razor bar. Those numbers are terrible. Those are the worst numbers that I've ever seen. Okay. So, let's just fill in none of the boxes and just die. That's what we're going to do. Yuck. Okay, so we're going to prevent this damage. Oof. Well, this is pretty ugly. We're definitely going to use 3 mana to prevent a damage. I think that's about all we can do. I can pretend that this yellow box is blue for the purposes of that. Yeah, so we're going to take 3 poison. 1, 2, 3. We take 3 damage, but we prevented 1, so we only take 2 damage. And yeah, that's the story of how we beat the Razorbark. So we could take this as an item or for experience. One of the other changes that you may have noticed is that leveling up to level 2 now costs 6 experience instead of 7. It's a slight change, but it does mean that you can level up with a 4 and a 2 instead of just a 4 and a 3, which was the only way to do it before, if you had 2 cards. Alright, or a 4 and a 4, but that would be terrible. Don't do that. We're going to open a new door. One of the other nice things about fleeing from the Sandworm is it has a leaf icon on it, so when we go to resist poison, we're going to get a +1. Okay. We get a Trickster. So we fight this, we're going to convert 1 poison into a damage. That's unfortunate. But otherwise, he's pretty dealable with. So, yuck. We're going to have to try it. And we're going to roll these 4 blue dice. And we're going to add 2 yellow dice again. We're just churning through time here. And let's see what we can do. Because if we beat him, we can level up. Alright, that roll is reasonable. Don't have any 6s, but... that's a lot of 3s. Holy crap. Alright, we can change these 2 pink dice into a 1. And 4... oh no, that doesn't actually help. It does help a little bit. Alright, so we can do these 3 armor boxes. Oh, we should have converted 1 damage, 1 poison into a damage. We're going to use a potion to heal 2 damage, because we can do that anytime. So the new potion is a little bit different. And we're going to treat this box as if it's blue. Actually, that doesn't actually give us anything. We're going to prevent a damage, and so we're going to take 2 damage, and a poison, and the time. And we're going to beat the Trickster and level up. Yuck. But at least we leveled up. So we're level 2. We're going to get a free potion for leveling up, which we're going to use pretty quickly. These are removed from the game. Yeah, Poison Snap is specifically 1 damage, so it's kind of a benefit, but also kind of not. I didn't really want it, but yeah, there are places that you could sort of benefit from having it. Okay, so we leveled up. We're gonna use this healing potion. I think we're gonna have to do it to remove 2 damage, just in case poison goes poorly. Well, there's no need to do it now, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So, alright. So we're level 2, so we're gonna get the black die every fight. That's good. That's nice. And it is time to explore. So we're gonna spend 2 time to explore. A 1, 2. I shuffled the stairs into the deck. Good job, me. And now it's time to resist poison. So there is 1 leaf in play. So we're going to roll 1 die. And we need to get higher than a 3 to resist poison for +1. So we need to get higher than a 2. So we need to get 3, 4, 5, or 6. And we get a 5. So we resisted poison and 1 poison token goes away. That's not so bad. Oh, yeah, so spells can be powered by any number of dice adding up to the mana cost. So I could do 3 1s to pay that off. That's what makes spells good. Hey, I've got 2 cards over here. How did that happen? These must have been spent this time. Whoops. Okay, so we explored, we healed poison because we resisted poison, so that's good. We're still in a little bit of rough shape because we don't have any potions left, but we're going to press on and see what comes next. Alright, we're going to open this door, and we get a poison cloud. Hey, that's a lot of poison. Ew. Okay. It is a blue peril. We've got a lot of blue dice, and we do have our bonus black die now. So we're in pretty good shape to actually tackle the top option. So we're going to try and contain the poison cloud, spending 1 time. And we're going to roll these 5 dice, and they're going to be high numbers that are not 1s, because that's what happens. I was right. They were high numbers that were not 1s. So we're going to fill in the peril box on the dungeon, and then we're going to have 11 to fill in that 9. So we really contained it. Okay, I could take that as Spark, which is a neat skill, or we could get another agility die. And I'm kind of feeling like more dice is what we're going to need soon. So we're going to do that. Oh, yeah, we're gonna get more dice. More dice. Where's this card? Oh, it's here. I see. Oh, huh. Well, that's something I have to fix. The items box is in slightly the wrong place. This is why we print out the test map, folks. Now I realized that the items do not actually go all the way at the top of the card. Whoops. Okay, that encounter is done. We're going to move on to the next encounter. We're starting our turn by spending 2 time. We're going to open this door, and it is a dire boar. So, dice may not be re-rolled or increased. Luckily right now we don't have any any skills that do that. This does not hurt us yet. One of the other things that we did with the new expansion is a lot of the foe abilities start coming into effect much more as you progress into the dungeon. So as you get skills or as you get different abilities, they'll become nastier, which is nice. It's a nice way to make the first floor a little bit more forgiving. Because this game's all about forgiveness, right? No. Okay, so can we take this dire boar? He's pretty big, but not super big. We now have 3 pink dice. I think we're going to have to do 3 time again for 2 yellow dice. Got our black die for being level 2. And let's see what we can do. Wow, we got another really good roll. We are surely going to pay for this later. Okay, so we're going to pretend... That's so many good numbers. I don't know what to do with it. Alright, we're going to change these 2 dice into a black 4. And we're going to fill up that box with it. we are going to fill in these now and those, and we're going to use Lilia to pretend that this is a blue box and fill it in with blue dice. So we actually smushed the entire giant boar with our amazing die roll. Good job, us. Alright, so Dire Boar could give us another pink die, or we could get the Spark spell. I think it's Dice O'Clock, and we want to just keep stacking on dice. So that's what we're gonna do. Hello, dice. Oh, so the overlay, we'll have the overlay back for future streams. I have to do some updating it to get all the new heroes in there. I forgot to do it before the stream launched, and it was too late. Alright, new turn. We're gonna... Alright, so here's another thing. Normally, we would definitely open that door. But in this case, we might actually want to explore because it will trigger a resist poison roll. We've only got 2 right now, and there's a leaf in play. So one of the other things that the new poison mechanic has done is make the explore choice much more interesting. And I like that. I think that's a great addition to the game. So in this case, we're actually going to explore here instead of opening that last door. So we explore, and we've got 1 leaf out there. So we're going to add 1 to our rolls. We just need to roll at least a 2, and it's a 4. So we resist poison and remove one of those poisons. Hooray! All right, new turn. So 1, and now the stairs are out. Whoop, there's the stairs. So the second time goes onto the stairs, and we can still open a door. So we're going to open this door here, and it is a bramble field. Brambly. So we could try and clear a path through there with a bunch of times. That time would cost us a damage no matter what. Or we could run through it. We've got 4 pink dice. That's pretty good. I think that's the better option because there's no way that we will roll low numbers on these dice. So we're going to run through the bramble field. Run, 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 run. Oh yeah, there's going to be some special rules for Kaliana with poison that we'll get to in the rules later. Hey, that's a roll. Okay, there's 5 here, and we only need 2 dice to run through the bramble field. Man, we did that. So we're going to take this as a potion. At this point, it's important to note what the new potion ability is. So the potion in Forest of Shadows is not the exact same as the healing potion in the base game. Instead, it is a cure potion, and the cure potion says you can heal 2 damage or 2 poison anytime, or heal a poison or damage when you use any other potion. So it incentivizes you to use the other things because you'll still get some healing out of it, and that's neat. The healing potion in the base set, any damage you heal can always be poison. So even though it's not specifically iconified on that card, that healing can be poison or damage. Okay, so we could keep opening doors in this floor, but I'm not really excited to take damage. So we're going to descend to the 2nd level of the dungeon. Doot, 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 doot. Crawling vines. Oh, hey, it's a bunch of pink boxes. I'm glad we got all those agility dice. All right, I'm going to shuffle up this deck. So long, damage token. Hey, Kate. How is it going? Yeah, so basically the way Kaliana and Poison is going to work is she can have poison tokens on her, but when you're playing a 2-player game, you'd obviously try and have her not take the damage, because if you do, you'd lose. In a 1-player game, you're just going to need to be able to keep her her poison level down so that you don't trigger it very often, and that will be tricky. We'll probably reword her ability to include poison tokens, so it'll be that she can avoid damage or poison. All right. Doop. Hey, wait. I put that in the wrong place. All right, we are on the second floor. We're going to discard 2 time to explore. And as our exploration goes, we have to resist poison. Luckily, we've only got 1 poison token, so as long as we don't roll a 1, we're good. Get out of here, poison. Managing your poison near the end of a floor, very important. Alright, 2 time opens us a new door. And it is a thorn spitter. You're gross. That's pretty nasty. So we can actually use transformation to have a whole mess of pink dice, which is what we're going to do here. So I'm going to spend 3 time. 1, 2, a 3. We're going to roll 6 pink dice and a black die to try and evade the thorns. This would be a really nice card to pick up. And, alright, so I'm going to deal with the armor boxes over there first. That is a 3 and a 5. And then we need 13, which is 8, 10, 12, exactly 13. Look at that. We're pretty cool. However, we put more than 3 dice into a large box, so we have to spend 1 time for Sapling Swarm. Okay, so I actually want this as a skill, because spending a blue 5 to gain a blue 5 and a yellow 5 is pretty good. Okay, we beat that. Next up, what do we get? Let's see what we get here. It's a wisp. A wisp, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's see how this goes. We're not going to add anything here. Actually, I'm going to spend 1 time to add a single pink die. Here's my black. We're going to fight the wisp. The wisp has a million tea boxes, and you have to fill them all in. So first we're going to do this armor box over here, which we're going to do. And then, so we're going to get rid of the most dangerous ones first. And then we're going to slowly creep our way to the less dangerous ones. And, well, we're going to get stuck with some damage here, I think. I think I'd rather have the poison, actually, right now. And we'll take not damage and poison. So let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 time, and the damage, and a poison. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't take this as a potion because that's the exact same potion we've already got. So we're going to take this as a magic die. Because 2 experience is really just not that exciting. Alright, we're going to spend 2 time to open a new door. And it's a vine trap. Ivy has exited the room. In this case, I think we're going to do the same thing and throw a whole mess of red dice at it. Spend 3 time. Let's see what we can do. Dodge those vines. Alright, 3 and 5 over here. And then we're fine on that one. Perfect. So we spend 1 time for the option, and we have defeated this vine trap also. Hey, this is a pretty good run so far. Yeah, no, we got it. Okay, so there's not really a lot to do with this except for take it for experience, so that's what we're going to do. Hello, experience. We're going to explore right now so that we can get rid of this poison damage. 1, 2, 3. Gonna roll the die to resist poison. We just need a 2. We rolled a 4, and away it goes. Boink, you're out. Get out, poison. And then we're gonna open another door, because it's door time. It's an ice room. Oh, the ice room says you cannot use your heroic feat, so we can't use transformation to get more dice. But I think we can take it. We've still got a whole lot of dice, and this is actually blue and pink, which are our specialties. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna show this ice room who's boss. The answer is we're boss. And the answer is I should have rolled better dice. So we gotta take care of that 4 armor box over there. I'm just gonna use this black 4 for that. And then we've got a lot of things to fill in. So that blue 6 is a problem. I don't think we can do anything about it. Well, maybe we can. No, it's pretty stuck. So I'm going to use 5 to gain a yellow 5 and a blue 5. That will be helpful maybe at some point. Maybe not. Definitely want to fill in that 13. And my phone is ringing because I did not remember to shut it off. So long, phone. Okay. So... Oh, that's playing through, isn't it? Okay. Bye, phone. Sorry about that, everybody. Google Voice likes to play the phone through the computer. So anyways, what we're going to do here is we're going to change this yellow 6 and 5 into a black 5. We're going to put that in the big giant box. And that's going to be 12. So that we have enough to do... Oh, doesn't really help us. We'll prevent 1 damage with Stone Skin. And wind up taking 1 damage in 2 time. Okay. Bloop. Not bad. We've already got Fireball. I think we'd rather have a sword than a extra magic, so we're gonna swap this out to become 2 experience. So we now have 4 experience down here. Oh yeah, sorry, Kate. Whoops. Everyone thinks their phone is ringing. Sorry, everybody. Alright, let's keep going. It's time for more. We're going to open this door here. It's a Moss Golem. This is the worst possible card for the Druid because it says that blue dice cannot be rolled or gained, and we have a lot of blue dice. So I'm not even going to consider fighting this Moss Golem. He's just going to go over here. Bye. You go over there. Get out. And we're going to open a different door. And hey, there's the stairs. It's almost time for level 3. Ooh. It's a Spikealon. Spikealon has spikes, and if you put any 6s on the Spikealon card, you get poison. What was this phone call? It's another voicemail. Garbage. Nope. Bye. Okay, so it's pink and red. So let's Pink and red is pink and yellow. We're going to add 1 die with transformation. That will cost 1 time. And we're going to try and smush it. We're going to roll all of these dice. We're going to try and fill all of these boxes. We're going to hopefully roll all 5s and not 6s. Those will be easier to place. Okay. That is not the best roll. But we will find a way to live with it. Okay, so we're going to use... These 2 are going to become a black 1. And then 5 is going to pay for Fireball to get us a 5 and a 5. This is done. 3 is going to pay for Stone Skin to prevent damage during the fight. And then we're going to try and fill in lots of boxes. So we got to do the armor first. And then these 2 are going to become... Actually, these 2 are going to fill in a yellow box using Lilia's ability to pretend that it is blue. And then we're going to try and fill in as much as we can. Over here, we're going to change those 2 into a black 5 and fill in that box. So we prevent the damage, we take 1 poison, and we take 2 time, which is the second damage. Which means we would be dead, but we're going to use our healing potion to fix that problem. Our cure potion, sorry. Okay, that was exciting. It's not a Cactuar at all, it's a Spikealon. Plus his arms are both in the same direction, and everyone knows that a Cactuar has an axis in it that forces its arms to go in different directions at all time. It's just the way it is. Okay, so we beat the Spikealon. I think we want to take it as experience, which will get us almost to level 3, and most importantly, another potion, because we're at lots of damage. And we're going to go down to the next floor, because anything else would be silly. Alright. Floor 3. Hey, it's blue boxes. We can deal with those. Subtract 1 from each resist poison roll. What? That doesn't sound nice. Oh no. Because we're about to make a resist poison roll. Who made this card? Alright, so the Cursed Fog makes all of our resist poisons -1. You can always swap out a item. I'm not sure what the question means. You can't move an item to a skill or a skill to an item. That is not allowed. You can only replace it. All right, so we're gonna spend 2 time to open up 4 doors. To explore 4 doors. We're gonna roll this die, and since we're -1, we actually need to get a 3 or higher. And we'll pretend that's on its side. It's a 6. No cheating just occurred. That was totally on its side, and nobody knew what number it was, and it was not a 2. Not even a little bit. Nope. I'm gonna believe it. Okay, we're gonna spend 2 time to continue this adventure, instead of dying to poison. It's the Great Spirit. So the Great Spirit is an example of one of those split choice peril cards. So we can display our prowess to her and attempt to cast a big fancy spell, and if we succeed, we'll get the Forest Blessing. Or we can try and struggle free from the guards, and if we succeed there, we'll go and steal an item, which is a magic die. Either way, we can always take the card as experience if we want to. But she does a lot of damage, and those benefits aren't fantastic, so we're going to run away and open a different door. And that different door is going to be a Poison Cloud, everybody's favorite. And oof, we're gonna try the pink die pile strategy at this Poison Cloud. So we spend 3 time to do a transformation to add 2 pink dice. And we're gonna try and crawl under it. And we're totally not gonna get 3 poison counters. That's not going to happen. Alright, 3, 5, wow, that's a good roll. We're going to fill in dungeon boxes, then we have 15 left to defeat the Poison Cloud, which we will use to level up. Yay! We're level 3, and we still have 2 experience left. We get a potion token. Means we're not going to die. Excellent. Alright, spending some time to go down to the next card. Oh, it's another Moss Golem. I still think with the amount of magic dice we have, that is unwise. So we're going to try something different. It's another Moss Golem. Oh no. Well, is there any way we can deal with this thing? We'd have 6 red dice and 2 yellow and a black. We're just going to get crushed no matter what we do there. So I'm going to say no. We're going to explore for 1 door. We have to resist poison. We don't have any. You don't have to resist poison if you have no tokens, even if you have that -1 from the Cursed Fog. We're going to open this new door and hope that it's something amazing. And it's Rope Bridge. We can just run across this rope bridge. That's no problem, right? No problem. Not even a little bit. We're going to add all these pink dice that we want. And this is the point where we're going to roll like 8 ones and we're going to die on the spot. Nope, still lucky. So we fill in the peril boxes, and we have enough left. So we ran across this rope bridge, and we're gonna take another potion. Because potions are our friends. There we go. And then we're going to explore. Because screw all of these cards. Let's just pretend. Oh no, it's the same one. Alright, we're going to try and... Well, we have to do it. Pretty much. So we're gonna display prowess and probably take a crap ton of damage. Struggle free's not looking much better. No, I guess we could struggle free. No, we get 4 dice either way. We're gonna try and struggle free. See what we roll. We're gonna spend 3 times to use transformation. And hey, we're at the stairs to the boss. We're gonna roll these 5 dice towards this giant peril. Oh, we do have the cure potion. Alright, so, wow, that's actually a pretty good roll. 5, 5, 4. We're going to use our luck potion, which lets us roll 2 black dice and then discard one of them. So we get the 4. And that gives us 12 to do that. And also, since we used a potion, the cure potion lets us heal 1 damage. So, hey, good job. We did it. We are actually going to go fight a boss. But first, we can take this Forest Blessing, which lets us re-roll a die and gain a black 1 in every round of the boss combat. So we're not actually in terrible shape here for the boss. So here he is, the Corrupted Tree. The Corrupted Tree has 7 health, and its ability is that if we cover all the skull boxes during a round, we get 1 poison damage. You have to resist poison at the start of each boss round, so that can be dangerous. So in this case, we don't have any poison, so during the first boss round, we don't have to do anything. And it's ready to, it's fight time. So we don't have transformation, of course, because it's a heroic skill, but we do have a lot of dice, so we might have some chance here. We've got Stone Skin. I don't know. Let's see what happens. We're going to roll some dice. That's a lot of high numbers. I am a fan of these high numbers. So we're going to re-roll this 1, get a 3 instead, and gain a black 1. And let's see what we can do. So we've got a blue 6 to cover up that. That's probably the most dangerous box on the board. Next to that one. And, so we can actually do pretty good here. Alright, so 15 covers in this top box. And then we're probably going to be able to fill one of the other 2. So what do we have? 9, 10. We're going to change these 2 into a black 5. That's 5, 14, 15. We're going to... that doesn't actually help us at all. Hold on. Let's try something different. Alright, we're going to use 2 blue 3s to cast Fireball. We got a plan here. It's a plan. It's a serious plan. Oh, that's still not quite enough. We're still not going to be able to fill a whole box. Okay. Well, we're going to prevent the damage. We're going to take 3 damage, which is actually just 1 damage. But we did do 1 damage to the boss. You. We didn't take any poisons, that's good. We're actually in pretty big trouble here. I don't think we have enough dice to win this fight, or good enough skill to do things. Okay. And pretty clearly that's not going to be enough. So we're going to die this round after doing some more damage to the boss. We're going to have to do damage. So yeah, we did the thing. We got smushed by the corrupted tree, but we made it to the boss. We actually put up a good fight. And that is a sample game of Forest of Shadows. So we're still doing a little bit of tweaking to the cards. The print and play PDF is available on the Kickstarter page if you want to try it out. And if you missed it, let's play the Kalyana video again right now.
My name is Kalyana Asmati, and I'm here with an important fairy announcement. I have snuck into your copy of One Deck Dungeon Forest of Shadows alongside my friend, the Phoenix. Phoenix! Your world has weird spellings. Every copy of One Deck Dungeon Forest of Shadows will have me in it. Congratulations! I'm awesome!
Hooray! There you go. So, yep. Thank you all for coming into our stream tonight. It's our first stream during the Kickstarter campaign. We're going to be doing streams every Monday and every Thursday during the campaign to show off the game and reveal some new bits about gameplay and some of our free unlocks. Yeah. Alright, so we will see you again on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Next week, we're also going to be streaming, so next Thursday is going to be an exciting day because we're going to do our own stream from 6 to 7. And then at 8 o'clock, I believe, we're going to be on Crit Camp with the fine gentlemen from that channel. And they'll have a set of this out there to be playing on their show, and I'll be there sort of walking them through the process. Plus, they have like an air horn thing that they play a few times. I hear everyone likes air horns. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. We will see you again soon.